Thanks.
Ah.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Um... Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, the humanity! The bombacity! Oh, I told him not to do it! I told him that it's Pen! He's trapped! Just come quickly! Trouble down by the light shack! I mean, in the dormitory. He's stuck in the dormitory. Oh, thank the light. We're saved. I'll explain when we get there.
Hey, Builder, I got a real important, official Silver Core commission for you. If you got the time for it. Well, if you're standing here talking to me, that means you must have time. Basically, all I need is an official Silver Core deputy cap for the upcoming promotion ceremony I'm organizing. Oh, and you should join the ceremony too. Being all that's transpired recently, it seemed only right to make you builders honorary members of the Silver Corps, which means you may very well be making your own deputy cap. That's right. The next deputy of Sandrock might even be you. Hey, don't look so surprised, partner. Even new members of the Corps can be considered for the position, and you really showed that Giegler boss guy who's boss. Anyway, I just wanted to commission a deputy cap for the ceremony. Whoever gets promoted gets the cap. So, what do you say? All right. Hats off to you, partner. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Here's a recipe for making it at your work table. Come drop it off when it's made.
you hear me?
Release me.
Can you hear my voice?
Told you 20 times I can hear you. Now release me. Stuck. Skinny.
I'm not sure we're getting through to him.
Stuck. So captivating. Could grate cheese on those abs.
He told me not to get anyone's help, but he's been like this for days. We'll save you!
Destroy the mirror. Too powerful.
You built this thing, right? Quickly! You have to turn it off or something. He hasn't eaten in days. Even my secret recipe mush with 11 invisible herbs and spices couldn't snap him out of it.
No, not turn it off. Skinny, destroy it.
Well, I guess violence is never the answer. Except
Taken
when it is.
my shirt off, yeah. For your bravery today, Skinny Arms, I hereby award you the title of Assistant Protector in Training. Intended for recreational use only. It bears no legally binding authority.
I'm glad you're okay, but Pen, you need to be more careful. As I recall, I did tell you using electric light bulbs, aka artificial light, was one step too close to corrupted old world technology, didn't I? Got anything to say for yourself now,
Yes, I believe someone is owed an apology here.
Well, you don't have to.
But I insist, yes, perhaps Burgess, if you had simply trusted my judgment and destroyed the mirror like I asked, instead of bothering our friend Skinny, who's always got something on their plate. And it could have been avoided if you had been able, when the chips were down, to just show a little hint of humility.
But
Shh, 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 shh. Stay humble.
I'm sorry. I'll be more humble next time.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for your concern, but Pen has got a point. I should have tried to do something myself instead of asking you for help.
In any case, I thank you, Skinny. You have done this world a great service.
It's so sad, isn't it? To think, once people walked here. I miss them. Those days in the sun, watching people mill about. But still, to see life again, it feels good. To see hope. Please, don't let that hope waste away like we did.
Hey, how's the workshop these days? Uh-huh. Great. Say, have you noticed that a lot more tourists have been around lately? And yet, hardly any of them stopping to buy the stairs. Hard to believe, I know. What could I possibly do to remedy such a situation? I know. How about a big billboard right there on the train platform? That way, the second they step off the train, yes, they'll see it straight away. They'll think, wow, by the stairs. Such a nondescript shop name means they don't care about being popular. They must have great stuff. Still have doubts? Well, this idea of mine has only been existent for 30 seconds or so. I still have some details to iron out. Given time, well, the sky's the limit, I suppose. You have a keen eye. What image would you put on the billboard? What's something that would really grab everyone's attention? Well, the thing is, the directions to my shop are in the name, by the stairs. I feel we'd just be wasting valuable ad space. I've got it. Nothing grabs attention in an ad like a friendly face. And being that I'm the sole proprietor by the stairs, limited liability storefront, whose friendly face could it be other than me? Mine. Yes, our discussion has been rather enlightening, I must say. Tonight I should have time to draw up a design for a billboard. Once it's done... Good, wonderful. I'll get the design to you as soon as possible. Make sure you remember to check your mailbox. Thanks again for your insightful advice.
Now that's what I call a deputy hat. You can really feel the authority flowing out of it. And you know what? I think with such fine handiwork, you might have just improved your chances of becoming our next deputy. The ceremony is tomorrow in Myrtle Square at 9 a.m. sharp. Don't be late.
Welcome all. For some of the new folks among us, I shall be reviving the age-old tradition of regaling y'all with the origins of our fine celebration. The Day of Memories is a festival celebrated all across the free cities. Some folk have different ways of celebrating, but the fundamentals remain. We all are aiming not to forget about those who came before us, paving the way. But the Day of Memories is not just about sorrow, not only about loss, though it did begin as the result of a rather tragic event. Indeed, we aim not to mourn the absence of those since passed, but rather to honor their memory and look forward to the future. Like most things, we Sandrockers like to do things a little differently around here. Back when Martel had just discovered the oasis, it wasn't that long removed from the Age of Darkness, when people were still cowering underground. Martel thought to organize a game not unlike hide-and-seek to finally take advantage of the freedom offered by the vastness of the above. She had people hang lanterns all across the forest around the oasis to tell our ancestors, as well as people traveling the desert, that we're here and we're doing well. We'll continue that tradition today. Let our tears and joy resonate across the desert. Let our departed ones know, with one voice, our one message, and that's that we're still here. Come, let us bow our heads and take a moment of silence in remembrance of those not with us to celebrate today. Now, without further ado, let the day of memories, festivities begin!
Come in and grab a bite.
Ah, you appear energetic as usual. What of the homunculus man and his new mirror? He was stuck for days. Fascinating. Now, I assure you that was never my intent. I simply designed a filter with pulsing lights to make himself appear more attractive. I figured after looking so good in this mirror relative to any other mirror, he would be so preoccupied that he'd be less inclined to ask for anything else. I didn't expect the result to be so effective, though. Well, live and learn. Here, take this for the trouble I've caused. If Homunculus Man ever requires another mirror, I will simply redirect him to the town carpenter, and from now on, we'll be making no more attempts to play light. Good day.
Our amazingly adventurous aristocrats. Don't stray too
far. Need somewhere to rest your feet?
Hey, you must be the builder. Allow me to extend a warm welcome to Sandrock on behalf of Pablo's Parlor. I'm Pablo, the head stylist. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've been staying at Walnut Grove. I didn't know we were getting 2 new builders. Looks like you two are getting along swimmingly, but if I may say so, it also kinda looks like you've been swimming in sand and dust. That's where I come in. Whenever you want to change your style, get a new do, stop into my shop and I'll get that dust off and make sure you stand out in a crowd. Ah, you must be here to pick up the completed version of Arvio's very modest and not at all narcissistic design for a billboard. My fee is 500 golds. Huh? Just like that? No haggling? No offers of exposure? Ooh, that Arvio has really done a number on you, hasn't he? You just be careful, you know. He's not exactly known for paying his debts in a timely manner, but that's not really my problem now, is it? Thank you. And make sure you color inside the lines.
All right, now that everyone is here, let the official Silver Corps Deputy Promotion Ceremony begin. Now, I don't need to remind y'all, we've had plenty of ups and downs, highs and lows, as well as no shortage of stormy weather out here in Sandrock. And without all of you giving it your all, Sandrock wouldn't be the safe and secure place it is here today. Nevertheless, there's still one who stands out among the rest. One whose tireless dedication to law and order has earned them the right to call themselves Deputy of the Sandrock Silver Corps.
Wow, I don't know why, but I'm really nervous all of a sudden. You don't think he's going to pick one of us, do you? I mean, I know we're just builders, but...
Now, I don't mean to tantalize you all. I'm sure you're on the tip of your toes wondering who I've chosen to be my deputy. So without further ado, our next deputy is known not for brute strength, but nimbleness and wisdom. Our deputy brings a uniqueness to the team and fills in the gaps in our core skill set with raw, individual talent. With flowing black hair that shimmers in the sunlight as they dish out hearty, heaping helpings of justice with elegance and finesse. Let's give it up for our next deputy, Captain Cat.
What the cat?
Yes, Captain, or should I say, Deputy Captain, has not only been diligent in patrol work, but this year's mice incidents have fallen to an all-time low. Yes, there really is no question that Captain is the most deserving of this title. One more time, a round of applause for our new deputy.
I'm so embarrassed, but congrats.
Congratulations, Captain.
And now, to complete the ceremony, I will place the official deputy cap upon the head of our new deputy. Get on up here, Captain. Everyone, keep giving it your all out there. Dismissed.
Thanks.
Take you for a pomade-fueled joyride through the hairscape. Destination unknown.
Thank you.
Yo-ho, Skinny! Fancy seeing you here in this city where we both live. How sick was that front flip? Yeah, did you see the part where I was like, whoosh? But hey, just as I saw you running about through town and ambushed you, it got me doing something I almost never do. Thinking! We've been hanging out and chatting, and you're always giving me stuff and buying things. I'm starting to think. Is there? I'm sure I'll figure it out as we go along. So, hey, I think it's confession time. Remember how when we first met, I did a totally sick flip like I did just now and offered you a combat course? Well, the truth of it is, I don't really like teaching people anything. That whole tutorial shebang is really just an excuse for me to beat people up. Hard to believe, I know. But say, since we're friends now, why don't I give you a real combat tutorial? Maybe I can even offer you an introduction to Space Punch! Nonsense, Skinny. There's no higher pursuit than the art of violence. Come, Skinny, we have much work to do. All right, we're here. Welcome to Space Punch 101. I'll be your instructor. I hope you brought your pen. You don't really need a pen. That was just an icebreaker. So, the first thing about Space Punch is, you take your hand like this and, Any questions? Of course! Atara wasn't built in a day after all, right? I don't know, maybe it was. Don't quote me on that. Here, let's see some more examples. So, you just go like... boop! Space Punch. Space Punch! Yup! Well... Look, Skinny, this is my class, okay? I make the rules. I call the shots. Hands on. Right. This is my first time actually trying to teach anyone something, okay? But normally I'm great at everything I do after trying for like 5 minutes, so just stick with me. I know what the problem is. I can't just space punch out of nowhere. Not without a target. Yeah, that's it. Follow me, Skinny. Behold as I use my fist to paint upon this canvas of sky. And the crowd goes wild. Oh, you want to challenge the protection? Space punch! Whew. Well, I think that will answer any questions you might have had. So, go ahead. Space punch time! Go for it! Oh. Oh no. That's not it at all. I failed. For the first time in my life, I've failed. It feels... gross. It feels really bad. Dang it, Skinny. I failed you. My only friend, and I blew it. Makes me so mad, I just want to... No, Skinny. I'm not all right. You don't know what it's like. Deep breaths, panel boy. Just like the minister says. Take all those bad thoughts and push them down. Deep down. You know what, Skinny? This is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. You know why? What the... No! Everyone cares about what Penn does. Everyone's always got their eye on me, just waiting for that moment for me to slip up so they can laugh. But we won't let them know, will we, Skinny? We're going to keep this all between us pals, yes? Skinny, you always know how to cheer me up with that signature Skinny brand of hilarity. Don't think anyone cares. Cracks me up. So it seems there really are things beyond even one such as myself. The glorious protector of Sandrock. You know, Skinny, I've never had someone I really considered a friend before. Furthermore, I always promised myself I'd never be friends with anyone who didn't have an awesome cape, but you made me break that promise. Seems I couldn't predict the future. Perhaps there are many things I cannot do. Perhaps there is indeed a lesson here to be learned. When I got stuck looking into that mirror, failing today as a teacher, occasionally getting edged out in whack-a-mole from time to time, perhaps the lesson of humility I often preach was meant for me. Yes. Yes, that's precisely it, Skinny. I can't just take my own greatness for granted. Even though I've historically been ridiculously awesome at everything and done so effortlessly, that doesn't mean it's always going to be so. I need to treat people better. I need to do something nice for Burgess. I need to write this stuff down. Do you have a pen? I know I said you didn't need one. I wasn't planning on having an epiphany. You don't? Ah, well. I'm sure I'll remember it. Hey, look over there! A rocket rooster. Watch me tie its neck in a knot. yeah. That makes
I
sense.
want to be a pastor.
When's this dang sermon gonna end?
Good morning, everyone.
That's wisdom.
Hello!
Hey there. Yeah?
It's perfect! Look at the majesty! I can't bear to draw my eyes away. I look so friendly and welcoming. You're all set! Amazing! My design, your handiwork, and Pablo's finishing touches. It's absolutely perfect! People are going to start calling my shop by the stairs. You know, with all the attention I'll be getting. Like, everybody will be looking. Or staring? Ah, by the way, how much was Pablo's— Ah, shoot! I forgot to tell you. Always haggle with Pablo. He expects it. It's a part of the game. Ah, darn. Well, that's alright. Next time you're in that kind of situation, just think, what would Avio do? Thank you anyways. I'll pay you back as soon as I can.
The shop owner and the workshop owner. What are you two doing here? Not thinking of traveling somewhere, are you? With so much work to be done?
Pastor, hello! We were just admiring this fine billboard that our friend here made.
An advertisement? Let me see. Yes, very nice. But you are aware that there is an application process for new constructions, are you not? No one is above the law, Arvio. In case you forgot, any construction on public property must first go through the Commerce Guild with an application fee, following which the request will be sent to City Hall, where Heidi and myself—
Right. Application. And the fee. About that.
You would do well not to interrupt me, boy. As I was saying, Heidi works with me, keeping track of zoning for new constructions. But as it turns out, to my knowledge, there is no zoning conflict here.
Woo! You know, old chap, the way you were talking, you made it sound like—
However—
Huh?
There is still the matter of the application fee that you so absent-mindedly circumvented. 500 goals. Otherwise, I'm afraid the city will have to take down this very modest creation of yours.
Yes, of course. I would never dream of trying to wriggle out of paying for such a valid and clearly very necessary service. Let me just speak with my partner privately for a moment. As you may recall, I'm still a bit short. Also, I don't have 500 goals on me. But don't worry, I have a plan. Let's convince Miguel to keep the sign up and just give me a few days to come up with the money. Nice! Alright. Just follow my lead.
What's there to discuss? This isn't exactly what I'd call a complicated issue.
Pasta! The thing is, for a little shop like mine, 500 goals is quite a hit. I don't even make that from a full day's work. Can we leave the sign up and I can pay the fee after a couple of days? I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere. You can see my shop from your church, can't you? And I mean, who knows? Maybe some tourists will see the sign and decide to hop off the train. This sign could pay for itself in a matter of days.
I must admit, to see you young people so united, it does fill one with hope. Fine. I suppose these laws were originally written with the intention to improve commerce in Sandrock, not hinder it. You have 3 days. I will inform City Hall.
Wonderful. Thank you, Pasta. You're so forgiving, just like your religion tells you to be. I do so admire those who practice what they preach.
Yes, quite.
Ha! That went well, I'd say. Thank you for your support. Within a few days, I'll have that silly fee paid for. Oh, and I'll pay you back as well. Whew! Finally, I love it when a plan comes together. Some of what I said is true, by the way. I do think this billboard will pay for itself in no time flat. All right, I'm going to speak with Jensen about when there's the most traffic so I can prepare for the crowds. Thanks again.
Howdy!
Hey, has Owen told you about his new idea? It's even been approved by the church and all. We're going to make the world a better place. Let me fill you in then. Short of it is, some small villages around Sandrock are just scraping by, eating sand rice 3 meals a day. Owen, being the boss he is, decided to step up and ship some hearty meals their way. Only question was logistics. We pitched it to the church and they were on board right away. Had a bit of back and forth. They said they'll help deliver meals if Owen cooks them up. Right? I think it's kind of amazing. These small villages are pretty far from Sandrock, and the desert is a relentless climate. Not so fun fact, perishable food starts to spoil after only 2 hours in the heat. Plus, if we're going to bring them food, I want it to be fresh. Their lives are hard enough. They don't need soggy room temperature noodles on top of the, hardship and everything. So I designed an insulated backpack based on a takeout box relic found by the Civil Corps. It said that in the old world, people could enjoy fresh food without even needing to leave their house. These takeout boxes, they used an advanced technology to make a compound of aluminum oxide and silica powder. This compound is a soft, flexible material that was used for effective insulation. Using this box, food could be kept fresh long enough to ensure a safe and enjoyable delivery. I tried to get Chi to look into the tech for me, but he said it didn't seem worth it. Oh please, space tech isn't the only thing worth studying. Ya space case? Ahem. Best not to get too worked up about it. Anyway, after a bit of my own research, I now have a recipe for the insulated backpack. Would you mind helping? Thank you so much. Alright, come show me when it's ready. I'm kind of curious to see how useful this old world tech really is.
Hello. Uh-huh.
Grace recently suggested that we send food to the surrounding villages in Sandrock. You know, I can't believe I didn't think of it myself. She really is something. I took her idea right to the church, and they said yes without hesitation. Danby volunteered to be the delivery girl about 2 seconds after. Yeah, quite a few people in town are from the villages originally. You know, Burgess is, and Logan's friend, Haru. Uh-huh.
Come on in.
Thanks.
Sandrock's very own Pablo take you for a pomade fuel.
Hmm. Yeah? Yeah?
Got that backpack for me? Hey, nice. Looks good. If the design works, the food will not only last for hours, but also arrive at its destination looking like it's fresh out of the kitchen. You know, the more I study old world technology, the more I realize that most of their advancements came from pure laziness. These takeout boxes, for example. It's just because they were too lazy to leave their house or cook. Certainly if necessity is the mother of all invention, laziness is the father. Or uncle. Daughter? Because necessity comes first? Cousin? Well, anyway, thanks for your help. I'll give this to Danby. They said she was more than eager to do the deliveries, and I'll be there to give her a hand when she's busy. Oh, don't worry about it. If I'm in danger, I'll just call out. I'm sure the Civil Corps will come running. We arrive in 10 minutes or less, or your next rescue's free. That's the Justice guarantee. See you later.
These look great. I think it's going to be exactly what we need. Unfortunately, things are going pretty slow on my end. I'm afraid we won't be able to install your frames for a while. If only there was a way to get this done faster. Well, don't worry. We'll be in touch. Thanks again, and keep an eye on your mailbox for any updates.
Yo, Grace, are you poking around the breach again?
Just going for a walk. Don't tell me that's against the law now.
No, only walking that's against the law is jaywalking. But, hey, point is, don't even think about going in there. We can't let civs through without the proper training. I hate to be dramatic, but what's worth more to you? Your papers or your life?
I know that's meant to be rhetorical, but probably my dissertation. When is the breach going to be reopened to the public? I would like to look for more relics at some point.
It'll open when it's open, which is to say, when it's been reclassified as an abandoned ruins. And don't even think about trying to sneak in there. I wouldn't want to, but I do have the right to detain you if you're proven to be a danger to yourself.
What's the basis for all these wild accusations? I walk down this way all the time. This imagined notion of me even thinking of sneaking into the breach is just that. Something you've just made up in your head. I also have to notice that the breach has been this way for quite some time. Normally, I would have expected you, core type, to have this handled already. Sir, if I may ask, is the stress getting to you?
Hey, come on. Give us a break. We've been up to our eyeballs in Geegless. Plus, there's Logan. Yeah, it is getting to be a little rough out here, as a matter of fact. Glad somebody noticed.
Aw, poor Justice. Why don't you just take a day off? What you need is some rest. Then you'll have your edge back. I mean, at the very least. Surely you don't need to literally stand here in front of the breach. We all know not to go in.
Yeah, maybe I could just head back to the office. Pour a big old glass of yak milk, kick up my heels and... Hey, wait a sec. Dang, how come every time I talk to you I end up with a headache? Look, Grace, I'm not kidding around. I take the safety of everybody in this town seriously. If something happened to you down there, I'd never forgive myself. Talk to me again when your fighting chops are up to snuff. Like, say, Builders here.
Right. How about this then? If I were to commission the builder to enter the ruins on my behalf, you'd have no objections to that, would you, Sheriff?
Oh, well, no. I guess that'd all be pretty by the book in my book. I reckon it's on the two of you to work something out. I gotta keep patrolling, but I'm gonna have my eye on you. Maybe just adjust your stroll path to be a little less hair-raising, all right? Y'all are gonna be the death of me.
Well, you heard the man. Looks like I don't need to sneak into the breach if I can recruit your help. The things I need are relatively simple, but I think I'd feel better if someone with an eye more discerning than that of a... Great. A bit of context. I'm an archaeology student in Atara, saving up to finish my degree. When I have time, I try to do field work that I hope will be beneficial for when I go back. You've been to the breach, right? Did you manage to pick up on what that place used to be? You know, back in the old world? Ah, yes. That soul-crushing monotony that saps your life energy to the point where you can't break out of doing exactly the same thing every single day for years while you make money for someone else. Can you believe people used to do that? When it was open, the breach was a great place to look for archaeological finds and, right, you know the story. One of my main focuses is old-world audiovisual media. From salvaged memos and effects, I've discovered a concept discussed among old-world drones known as huke. I've surmised this term to mean listening to music at work. So next time you're in the breach, just be on the lookout for old-world music-related media. Anything that seems vaguely relevant. Discs, posters. Also, I need some small chips from down there too. For reasons... Thanks again for agreeing to do this. I guess with you in the picture, everyone's lives are being made a little easier. Come find me when you've got some old-world music stuff. And don't forget those small chips either, please.
Not bad. These sketches, the minutiae of detail. I mean, hey, what's up? It's not what you think, really. Oh? I'm not! No, really. This is actually not what it looks like. Actually! You have to let me explain. Truly, think of how many conflicts and stories could have been avoided altogether if the protagonist simply stuck around and listened when someone says, "Let me explain!" Ahem. So, this is just a drawing of a model meant to show off some clothing ideas. Yes, it's Amira. No, I didn't draw them. And yes, she wanted to be involved. I'm a stand-up guy. You know that? And so is Pablo. Uh-oh. Indeed. Ironically, I seem to have been hoisted by my own petard, but I do so only to protect a young man's dreams. All right, fine. I'll come clean. Pablo asked me not to tell anyone, but no point in hiding it now. He drew up these wonderful designs for clothing, and then buried his sketchbook in the sand. He says his dream is to be a fashion designer, and I don't really have a plan yet, but I just had to dig them up.
Please tell me you just wanted to recreate your childhood sandbox experience and you're not seriously digging up my... Ah, you are here as well, I see. Ah, so you don't know anything? How splendid to have run into you. But if you wouldn't mind, I need a word with our friend here. So rude of me, I know. Next haircut half off for you as an apology. Ta!
They know.
Drat. I wonder if the darling Vivi would find it too macabre to sew a zipper to your mouth.
Yikes! Look, it was an accident! And you were just on the way to somewhere else, weren't you?
Seems a bit off the beaten path to me. What luck? Yes, let's talk about luck, shall we? You like spilling secrets. Why don't you try your luck as a 2-bit paparazzi for some trashy attire and rag? By the way, I read your article in Kids today and it was pure real.
Huh? This is just how we talk. The way Pablo just rolls these snappy insults off the cuff, it's so impressive. I don't even take offense. I mean, if I could learn to write stuff like that for my characters, I think my next book could really make waves.
Beware, for when waves are made, the friendship may soon capsize.
See? It's stuff like that that makes me want to endure pretty much any amount of scathing critique.
Forgive me, Ernest. My impulses have gotten the better of me. But make no mistake, my decision to bury these drawings was not one of whim, but of careful consideration.
Back at his studio, he seemed absolutely adamant. But it seems he's already letting his guard a bit. I think me being here is probably not helping. Why don't you try talking to him? Well, I hate to cut our little run-in short, but I'm not feeling so well. How long can you leave yak milk out? Looks to be less than 24 hours. Oh, hey! I guess if Pablo doesn't want his sketches, you can have them. Here!
Yes, I'm feeling a bit ill as well. From your sickening performance, Ernest. Indeed. Claims to have an upset stomach. Runs off like it's the 100-meter dash. At least limp a little, Ernest. I suppose he just whispered something infantile into your ear. Don't let Pablo give up on his dreams. I'm a little baby. Last part was ad-lib. He is young, naive, blind to the ways of the world, and he has everything given to him on a glitzy silver spoon. You think I would just give up on my dreams at the drop of a hat? No, only after being dragged through the dirt. Look around you. This town is a wasteland, covered in trash and dust. This town is drying up, and with it, the last ounce of culture these people have ever known. A few of them don't even bathe properly, and that's one thing I don't need to gossip about. No, you'll know who they are. You can smell them. When life is on the line, when every day is a struggle, when each and every one of these yokels is wondering where their next meal is going to come from, there is no space for art, no place for beauty, no time for dreams. Thank you. Each time I hear such words, it gives my heart hope. And yet, with only a second thought, these hopes are again dashed to bits. Let me pose you a question. The drawings you saw just now, would you pay for such attire? Really? Huh. Well, you're not just being contrarian, are you? Heidi, Amira, Ernest, these are my admirers. Yes, it would be my honor to enhance their outfits. I could decorate them from their braided heads to their stiletto toes. Alas. Well, if you really like it, I suppose that means I have supporters from Atara, Sandrock, Barnarock, and now Highwind? I do wish the lovely Amira could have been from somewhere other than Barnarock, but nevertheless, it could be said that I have quite the national appeal, no? All right, darling, perhaps you've made something of a point. If, and this is a big if Sandrock were to become a more popular travel destination, mayhaps there truly may be a chance. A brand, a penthouse studio, a fashion show. Thank you. I await the day I can rally the call. Our discussion has been most enlightening. Let us speak more of this at a later date. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Aha, what's all this then? Slight damage around the edges, a bit of fading, but you can make out the font pretty clearly. Admiral Salt, something something. No thanks, computer. Probably from around 250 before Peach if I had to guess. Would probably score a preservation rating of at least a B back with the professors. Nice find. And good timing, too. My latest essay topic was just approved. Old World Utilization Theory, a case study on Sandrock's The Breach. Mouthful that it is, my essay titles are actually more concise than most. Anyway, this helps me build my case around my hooky hypothesis. So, thanks again. Wasn't too much trouble, I hope. Dangerous? You appear to be in one piece, at least. Oh yeah? Make sure you train if you're going to keep diving like this, though. Follow through with your strikes. Use all your weight to attack. Don't forget to exercise your core. Just some tips I saw in Ruined Divers Seasonally. Well, in any case, you've been a lot of help. If, hypothetically, I'd gone into the breach myself, I wouldn't have had all this time to get a jump start on my essay. Oh, speaking of which, I'll let you know how that goes. Thanks again!
Hey there. Gotta get into these ruins, huh? Well, shoot. I really want to let you slip on by. But, well, you remember what happened last time we bent the rules a little. Now, I see where you're coming from. I can see your frustrations. A door's singular purpose is to provide passage to and from certain locations. And when the door is blocked, the one thing it's meant to do, well, it ain't really being manifested.
Hey guys, I saw the door was broken. You know me. Ding ding ding. It's fixed. Good as new.
You just disrupted protocol.
What's the plan, Sheriff?
Huh? What did I do wrong?
I saw nothing. Whoa, how about that? The door fixed itself.